Are you ready for some good news? The reality and assurance of heaven is the source of our current hope and our victory over fear. Hey, how is it possible that Paul, with all of this going on, is able to say and challenge those who are reading this letter in Philippi to have joy? And he says, and not frightened in anything. This is a clear sign to them of their destruction. I thought this was very strange. How is it possible that their suffering is a sign of their destruction? How is it possible that the things that are going on to Paul in prison and the church at Philippi are marks of the destruction of their enemy? Persecutions are to be reckoned among God's benefits. Yes, the world is broken and there is universal suffering. Pastor Allen talked about some of the principles for evaluating the broken world where suffering seems to be random and arbitrary and sometimes very difficult for us to understand. But there is a different kind of suffering that comes upon those who claim to be believers in Jesus Christ. And here Paul says that your suffering for righteousness' sake, your suffering because you proclaim that Jesus was raised from the dead, in fact, is a mark of their destruction. What it means is that you are a holy saint of the living God. And when they come after you, it is a mark that you are among God's redeemed people. And when they come after you and persecute you, it should be a reminder to you that this suffering will be vindicated. There will be victory over the suffering of God's people and God's church. And it is a mark that when your victory comes, their destruction follows. Know this, that in the end, although it may not look like it, God wins. Jesus wins. And He'll come to get you. And you'll go home with Him. And your story will just be beginning. Because for all of eternity, you'll sing the songs of Jesus' grace. And that's the gospel.